That's a very pulp TV shot. Detective Casey has the squarest of jaws. Oh, he's wearing his shirt from American Nightmare.
Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wade?
Yes, where is Alice?
You've been gone a long time.
No.
He's still got his wedding ring on.
It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale.
Yeah, spent the entire first game chasing us down, accusing us of many things.
Prison's got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years. Oh, fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently.
Scratched, you say?
Your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare. It doesn't make sense.
Character models are brilliant.
I remember.
We're going to have some weird transition here, aren't we? Oh. Black hold? Mr. Door. Uh-oh. Late night. Initiation 1.
Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids. Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
Uh-huh. Yeah, so we don't have access to the mine place. This would probably look super cool with ray tracing on.
I felt a strange pull toward the TV.
Yes, Alan, we're going to watch it in a second. I'm admiring the room. I was going to say, those are the old gods of Asgard, aren't they? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, this is live action. They're doing their live action thingy.
Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Alan Wake.
Oh! Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on, sit down.
Uh-huh. In between with Mr. Door.
So good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
Sorry, does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
13 years.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know,
Oh
I've
dear,
waited
Mug.
so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the
The
cliffhanger.
sequel?
We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking.
Initiation.
This book is
Cult?
mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man. That is spot on. Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. Very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark.
This is about as meta as you can
visions of
get.
a fictional detective he has written. That's right. Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of
So
The Witches.
interesting that they've
I mean,
got.
the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York.
We're going to get to do this, aren't we?
Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak? Are we all in your story, Alan? Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan. I hope it's
dear.
as successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this.
Yes,
hero
when's Alan Wake
trilogy
3?
of yours. A book called Return, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
Man, thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan. All this talk of meta-narratives. I'm expecting to disappear once this scene ends.
Uh-huh. Just like that. Back into the game world? Yep. That is very cool. I'm not going to say it's clever, because I feel like that's, you know, that's overused by me as a...
Something's not right here.
I needed to get home.
That's just a flat backdrop, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We've got no flashlights. We don't have an oh dear mug. The old gods of Asgard aren't here. Backstage is, as expected, somewhat empty because of course it is. However, there is lights down there. Obviously, this isn't the first time Alan's been on stage. That just kind of disappears into the darkness. In between with Mr. Door.
What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation.
This felt like a bad dream.
Well, you should be
Make a good
used to
horror
those.
story.
This isn't going to open, is it? Nope. Old Gods of Asgard.
Old Gods of Asgard. That name sounded familiar.
Yeah, we met them. Neighbor of the Beast. They were literal incarnations of Thor and Odin. Maybe, kinda, possibly. Empowered by them, at least.
I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Yes. Almost certainly. Casper Darling! Yay! Casper Darling, of course, is infamously the mostly naked scientist that we spent a lot of time chasing after in Control. Zane Classic. As in Thomas Zane, I assume. Huh.
Hey! I think I've been locked in. Anybody?
Fuck. Now I have to find the code myself. Great.
Where are we going to find a code for a door? If it's not in Mr. Door's room. Oh, 665. Maybe. Oh, it is. Sweet. Uh-oh.
There was something here. A broken transmission I couldn't quite make out. What was that? A message? Impossible to say.
I think I cut it off. Unsure. Murderer stalks shadows. Murder cult rumors spread. Cookies. So are we going to have to deal properly with Mr. Scratch in this game? Because that was kind of... I mean, technically, didn't we deal with him in American Nightmare? I vaguely recall that being a thing. Yeah, this place is locked down tight. Oh, good.
Something in the studio with me. I had to get out.
Yeah. And we've got no flashlights. No, nothing. I like the way that it's going for the kind of red palette shift that we get in Control as well. Uh-oh. Proper horror vibes.
This is the ritual to lead you all.
Oh, here we go.
Waking up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air.
Ah, yes, so it is his astral projection.
This place felt familiar.
But he's wearing the
Ghosts of
suit.
memory surfaced about writing here for countless days.
He's got surprisingly decent posture for a man who's,
I had been writing. Initiation. You must write to escape.
We're beneath the lake, aren't we? Oh, he's going to have a mechanic as well. So this is our hub for Alan. And he's going to have a drafting board.
A plot board for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far, but other notes as well. Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
Okay. Get back to writing.
I had to write more.
Alice. It's been 13 years. One would assume that Alice has potentially moved on. Guess we need to get back to writing. Bit of a Dutch tilt there.
I didn't remember much.
Gotta get back to writing. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my boat. Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
Well. Oh, here we go again.
Oh, you're too kind. Welcome back. We have a great show for you here tonight. We'll treat all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is here tonight. That's right. Sam Lake, ladies and gentlemen. He's given his face to the famous detective in the film series. And of course, we have Alan Wake here, the best-selling writer, the books, the films are based on. Let's do this!
Oh, this is gonna go super wonky, isn't it? Yeah, can't get out. Okay, I guess we're going back in.
Welcome back to the show. So, Alan, as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
Obviously, Sam Lake
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's
and Max Payne.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your book.
He also wrote the story. Bit self-inserting.
Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well,
You've got to remember, actually, that Alan Wake's voice and the guy that's portraying him on the screen there, not the same person.
Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
So if you see any slight weirdness with the kind of lip syncing, it's because it is all dubbed.
Scar that refused to heal.
That's
Rain made it fester.
proper
He
Max
needed the sun,
Payne
but there was only the night.
voiceover.
I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window. My own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
That's great. Murder case, Casey. Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
Here we go again. Oh, this is so weird, and I like it. I'm a big fan of meta writing anyway. I know it's not for everybody's taste, and I really don't imagine that the story writing in this is going to be for everyone. But that's the nature of story-based games. You know, you can't please everyone. And to be fair, when it comes to plotting, would you play Alan Wake 2? Would you buy Alan Wake 2 if you hadn't played the first one? Because in terms of, does this stand alone? I don't know. Because I can't possibly know, can I? Because I've played the first one twice. $5.65. Okay, they've still got the Casper Darling book. Uh-huh. Yes, I'm wise to your ploys, game. At least this time around. Interesting. No TV thing this time. Yeah, I expect with ray tracing on. In fact, can we... just for the sake of how does it actually look? No. Nothing much in the way of ray tracing there. Yeah, there we go. It's not amazing, but again, we've got DLSS. Turn that back off. There's probably something else affecting it. Yeah, it just looks like a blowy smudge mess. But again, I'm kind of used to not having reflections in games anyway. They don't tend to make a huge difference. Right, that's where we got ambushed. This is still locked. It's going to break through the doors anyway. Mind you, we haven't heard whatever it was moving this time. Huh.
Hello?
Huh? Is that Artie? It is, isn't it? They've put the janitor in. The janitor who's not really a janitor. Because of course he isn't. He's a manifestation of a Finnish god, was it?
Lorraine, there you are.
We
Tom.
are not, Tom.
Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well.
Yes.
Not one without the other.
They've upped his facial animations.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
Totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The world will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
Yes. Have we met?
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom.
There's wisdom in that.
Even into a heap of twigs.
Thanks.
Just remember,
Ahti.
turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What do you want me to get from the basement?
Flashlight.
My name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katsoppa, a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit. It's in a shoebox, in the basement where you left it.
The clicker.
Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
Thanks.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is.
Uh-huh.
I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
A lake.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
Interesting. I mean, it makes sense that Artie would and could be there because, as I said, he, as we learned, well, learned might be a strong word, but as we very strongly suspected, right. So we want to go to the basement, which is just down here on the right. Yes, thank you. I can... Ruh-roh. It's nice that the basement's so well lit. Can't imagine it's going to stay that way. I like the little head bob as he's going down the stairs. It's a nice little touch. Adds to my immersion. The clogger's not down here, is it? What is that? What's this symbol? Something to do with lights. It's too dark down there to actually... see.
An old lamp in a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me?
Oh, the angel lamp.
The lamp felt significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness.
Look at that beautiful beard.
I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead.
Use the angel lamp to move lights and create a way forwards.
Whoa! When the light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed.
Oh, good.
Like something in a dream. Opening a way forward. The lamp was humming. The bulb glowed. It held the light now.
Okay, so we're going to have some puzzly sections, I guess. And we need to put it in a specific place.
I felt another surge from the lamp. I could use it again. The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
Oh. That's handy. And we can get it back. Oh. I guess that did a thing. Okay. Hold on. So I want to get the light from here. Yeah, we can't use it as a torch. We have to use it in specific places. Yeah, okay.
The dark place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember the clicker. The light switch. I lost it. But I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror real. It feeds off my mind. Twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times. Written countless stories. Forgotten how many. I keep failing. But I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral into darkness. I dive to the bottom to find the answer, the map.
Was it Tom the Diver?
It's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean that's not an ocean. And a lake that's not a lake.
End of parts. That was all manner of bonkers. And I am 100% here for that level of meta bonkers weirdness. Really interesting that they've brought back because they didn't have the real acting thing, the live action. Live action is the word I'm after. They didn't have the live action stuff in Control, but they did have it in Quantum Break, and I liked it in Quantum Break. Quantum Break was one of the very first games that I streamed, and I think I've got it on YouTube. I can't remember. It's been a very long time. That was, what, 2017? I really liked Quantum Break, and I was really, really disappointed that it didn't get the sequel or the follow-up or DLC or anything. And it's weird that Quantum Break's almost the kind of black sheep of the Remedy portfolio. You know, everybody loves Max Payne, everybody loves Alan... Well, I say everybody. It's a niche thing, but people love Alan Wake. People really liked Control, or at least I did. But Quantum Break never really got the... At least for me, it never really felt like it got the attention. So to bring back the live action stuff, admittedly in a kind of more truncated, brief way than it was, because the way they did it in Quantum Break was they had like basically mini TV episodes. Were they like 15 minutes a piece or something? In between sections of the story. But of course, the issue with that is that it means that you got live action sections with Alan Wake are kind of odd, because as I said, the guy that lent his likeness to Alan Wake is not the guy that actually does the voice acting for Alan Wake. And in the first game, An American Nightmare, that was fine because there was no live action stuff. But now they've got to try and match it up. And it was only when I started seeing the wonkiness, ever so slight lip desyncing, that I was reminded of the fact that these two people aren't the same. I also find it very, very interesting and meta that Sam Lake there, who's the writer, isn't he, for this, but also provided the face graphics texture for Max Payne, is now playing Alex Casey, and he's playing him to sound like Max Payne. It's all manner of, I suppose you could say it's fan servicey, but it does to an extent rely on you having played all of the games. You know, if you haven't played Max Payne 1 and 2 and Control, and you're not going to know who Artie is if you've not played Control, because that's the only game that he was in. You know, otherwise he's going to seem like a bit of an odd character. I mean, he is a bit of an odd character, but he's not going to have as much presence, I suppose, is in the story if you haven't played Control. You haven't got those connections that you can make. And likewise, if you don't know the stuff about Sam Lake, or you don't know the stuff about the voice of Alan versus the in-game image of Alan, you know, this whole section probably isn't going to have quite the same impact as it does on me. Does it add to the gameplay in any way, shape, or form? Nope. Not in the slightest. None of this stuff affects gameplay at all. But in terms of world building and character building and just enjoying the video game experience, it's doing very well. It's doing very well indeed. Hopefully, you are finding my commentary on this interesting. I really probably should see if I can get the camera working, because I feel like we are missing out, but I just don't think my PC can handle both. I think I'd have to turn down the game resolution even more. It might be worth it. Don't know. I'd say let me know in the comments below, but of course I record all of these episodes, you know, several days in advance, and I just have to stop playing now and wait for people to respond, which I'm not going to stop playing, am I? I'm not going to wait around. I'm going to play some more. Although not right now. I am actually going to go and take a break because I am sitting in a dark room and it's just about to go 6 p.m. So there's no light coming in from outside anymore. But the game looks great. It sounds great. It's got great voice acting and a really meta premise. And if you don't like meta narratives, then I can't imagine this is going to land for you. But for me, this is exactly the kind of stuff that made the first game so riveting and memorable and inspired me to write books. You know, I don't think without Alan Wake, I don't think I would have sat down and really hammered out some new ideas for the first novella I actually had published. Yeah. Until next time, stay safe, stay fabulous. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.